Ladies and gentlemen, this is a story that came out in the Atlanta Black Star, December 14th, 2018. There was a white Portland police officer that stopped a car driven by a black man, and he took it upon himself. Now, I don't know what kind of conversation they had, but he was able to find out where this black man was employed, and he took it upon himself to go to his job and get in front of his boss to bitch about his aggressive behavior during the traffic stop. So, in other words, he went up to his job to try to get this black motorist fired. The only one that should be fired in this whole thing is the police officer. You know, brothers and sisters, try not to divulge all of your information to these folks because their intention is never good. Just understand that. So this happened in the city of Portland, and they agreed to pay $50,000 to the black motorist that was stopped and said, now I love how they write these articles, claim. No, he's not claiming. This guy had to really do it for him to be awarded that money. So he went to his job and tried to get this guy fired, which he should not have done. If you did a traffic stop, he should have wrote the ticket and just kept going, kept it moving. But that was not enough for this Portland officer. So the person he pulled over, his name was Jamal Winchester. And he is 39 years old. And he said this whole thing stemmed from a traffic stop in May of 2016, where his officer by the name of Gregory Burns pulled him over for allegedly not wearing his seatbelt and having an invalid registration tag. Okay, those things should not have been no more than a fine, and he should have kept it moving. Fast forward a month later, Winchester was headed to court from his job at the U.S. Postal Service to have the ticket dismissed when he was stopped by Burns yet again. So this cop was just messing with this guy. So he was stopped a second time. And you'll understand why. This black man was driving a Cadillac Escalade. And it says that he was driving a different car, a Cadillac Escalade. So apparently he has, another car, which is a very common thing for people to have. Winchester claimed the cop approached the driver's side window and started laughing and said sarcastically, "What are the chances? 1 in a million." No, he knew who he was pulling over. So this officer, same cop, pulled him over the second time, and trust me, he was not naive about who he was pulling over. Plus, you can run the tags and figure out who that car belongs to. So he knew what the hell he was doing when he was pulling him over. So the driver cited yet again for failure to wear a seatbelt, improper display of registration tags, according to the suit. A ticket off Winchester's remarked at the scene, "Might as well just hand me that and say, have a good day, nigga." He explains. Oh, okay, so now I'm getting it. So the cop got sore about how he responded about getting this second ticket. So the encounter escalated from there. Byrne, who is white, chided Winchester for making such remarks and threatened to call the judge and advise him not to dismiss Winchester's ticket. After all, the man said he'd step out of his vehicle to try and talk to the officer, who immediately ordered him back inside the car and had a hand on his holster. He was stupid for getting out the car. He should not have done that. Okay, number one, don't get out of the car. If it's not necessary for you to be out of the car, stay in the car. He made a fatal mistake by doing that. Both men drove away unharmed, and Winchester returned to work to calm down after the incident. Moments later, Burns arrived at the post office to complain to Winchester's boss about his combative and aggressive behavior during the traffic stop. Well, I don't know anybody that's going to be happy being stopped by the cops. I mean, what kind of reaction was he looking for? He was looking for a smile and, here, I'll buy your next donut. Well, I mean, what was he looking for? The complaint also claimed the officer told the boss that Winchester was making the post office look bad. He didn't care about how the post office looked bad. He was just sore about what this black guy said to him. You know, he was sore over that. By making false and defamatory statements to Winchester's employee, yelling at him and threatening to improperly influence the legal process. Well, if there was already a case in the works on this cop, why was he bothering this man again? He should have just left him alone. Oh my goodness. No, see, he was looking for a reason, and he believed he found one in this traffic stop, this cop that just kept pulling him over. Winchester said he later learned that Burns was spotted circling the post office several times before walking in to speak to his boss. Isn't this stalking at this point? You know, is it me or isn't this stalking? Oh my goodness, these people seriously don't know how to leave well enough alone. It is not us, ladies and gentlemen. It is not us. The Oregon man was ultimately issued a $60 fine for improper display for his registration tag in the first stop, and a $150 fine for both tags and failure to wear a seatbelt in the second stop. So this is from the same cop. Oregon Live reported. Byrne, a 14-year veteran on the force, and the city acknowledged no wrong as part of the settlement, which was reached Monday. The city acknowledged Burns had made initial remarks about 1 in a million, but didn't laugh or say anything sarcastic. It also admitted that the officer had threatened to contact the judge about Winchester's behavior and had complained to his boss. So he was sore because this black man filed a complaint on his ass. That's what he was sore over. This should not have been nothing but a standard ticket stop, and everybody just went on about their business. But this man just could not let anything go. He had to keep going after this black man, and it's ridiculous. So the city has now lost $50,000 over the behavior of this cop. The judgment shall not be construed as an admission of liability, nor an admission that the plaintiff suffered any damages. Okay, whatever. Earlier this year, Winchester also filed a discrimination suit against Walmart after he was accused of stealing a fishing pole he just purchased. That's right. He's doing the right thing. Keep slapping them lawsuits around. That's right. That's right. Good for you, Winchester. Good for you. I just can't believe this cop showed up at his job after being upset over a traffic stop. The interaction he had with this black man. Unbelievable. Woo, these cops are ultra sensitive, too sensitive to even be on the police force. This is ridiculous. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen, about this cop getting his feelings hurt during a traffic stop. So he went up to this guy's employer to bitch about him, of how he behaved during a traffic stop. That should be irrelevant to his job because it didn't happen on his job. Please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.